I'm Corbett Wall with DVAuction, here with your feeder flash for Tuesday, December the 5th, brought to you in part by VitaFirm. Profitability against all odds. VitaFirm is a line of nutritional supplements for beef cattle that maximize energy and forage utilization for successful production. For more information, go to vitafirm.com. Also, Beaver County Stockyards, big sale for the regular Tuesday cattle auction here today. 4,000 head altogether, expecting around 2,500 calves. Lane Conkle says he thinks about 60% of those calves will be weaned. There are going to be several large, fancy, top quality strings of 5 and 6 weight weaned steer calves, just right to go to wheat, and I mean right to wheat. They've been weaned long time, they've been vaccinated, they are ready to go. On the yearling side, have 12 to 1,300 yearlings, including in that would be over 15 loads of heavy 7s to 9 weight steers right off the grass, like they had last week that really topped the market. But I mean hard ones right off the grass. You don't find those this time of year. But don't forget, coming up on Saturday the 9th, they've got a special replacement sale, expecting 1,300 to 1,500 bred heifers, bred cows, and pairs. I'm actually going to be going up to Beaver County Stockyards on Saturday to help sell that sale, so looking forward to that. Remember, you can find both those sales at DVAuction.com. Call the office at the sale barn early, get them to approve you where you can bid on those cattle. Confidence for Christmas, and that is what we need. I think everybody just needs to be literally praying for that. We need some confidence in this cattle industry, hopefully to get somebody to take the long side of the board. It's just nobody there to take the long side of the board. And you know, we used to rely on the funds, the fund managers, to do that. The funds net long positions, so they're normally on long positions, which is the buy side. Their net long positions now are only 30% of what they were a little over a month ago. They've just gotten out, and we don't know what to do about it. We don't know who to find to do it. They don't have any confidence in the in the fundamentals that we know are good. There are some negatives out there, some bearish things. Your average dressed steer carcass weight hit an all-time record high last week, 936 pounds. That's ginormous. So that's a downer. And there's some other things. We started bringing more cattle in, and more beef actually than cattle. Of course, bringing more cattle from Mexico up. Not many live cattle come from anywhere else for the most part, but it's usually beef that offsets that, and we have started bringing more beef across, and of course your packers are going to do that, and we still have seen them come across with beef from Paraguay. And John Tester and Mike Rounds, two senators that are always active in the ag things, they have come out with a bill that they want to ban any Paraguayan beef from coming across or coming into our country. We don't know enough about their inspection, the health, the quality, and all the things that we hold dear with the kind of beef that we raise here in this country. And United States Cattlemen's Association come out in favor of that bill, trying to coax more congressmen to get behind that. But I can't see how a country of that stature could have anything close to the safety, the health concerns, the quality, everything that we hold dear to their beef. So we need to keep some of that crap out of there, and just because it helps the packers grind up something that they can cheapen up and charge a lot for, that does not mean that it's a good thing for us. But we've got to get some confidence back in the futures market. Anytime they hear things that are bearish, you know, they just keep wanting to back off the board. We need to tell them more about how small our calf crop is, how much smaller it's going to be next year. We pretty much know this. How many heifers we have been feeding, how many heifers we have been slaughtering, how many beef cows, mother cows that we've been slaughtering. We need to promote that kind of thing. But you get a lot of rumors, you know, swirling around in Chicago there, and then nobody's actually in Chicago, but we say, you know, with the board there. But one of the rumors that I heard kind of float to the top for Monday to open the week was that one outfit had gone in, and I don't know whether it's true or not, but it was a rumor, and that's all it takes. But it was running rampant that one outfit bought 1,500 $2 January feeder cattle puts. That's laying off a ton of cattle. 80,000 head. Now, who the hell's got that kind of cattle? You know, was it one of your LRP insurance companies that did that? You know, was it just, you know, an individual couldn't do that because they've got limits on there, but your big corporates and things don't. But that just seems kind of funny there. And whenever something like that does happen, and let's say whether it did or it didn't, the rumor is out there. If there's a rumor out there, there's smoke, there's got to be some kind of fire. And the ones that know how to get that information and the ones that are watching that kind of thing, they see that as very bearish, and they want to jump out. But at some point, we're going to get this thing down here. I mean, we're in a bear market. The market's not great anymore. We've lost too much here in the last 6 weeks here. So we've got to start trying to find a bottom to this thing somewhere. And I think we're going to find it after the first of the year. I don't know whether we're going to keep seeing these big sell-offs. I don't know. You know, the board could be up $10 tomorrow. But I do believe that after the new year, we are going to see some confidence in our feeder cattle market. The market is always pretty rosy after we get back from the 2-week break. And once we get to that point, convergence on feeder cattle contracts is going to be right around the corner. We see a lot of big, long-time weaned calves coming in from your farmers that have been done farming long enough, done with harvest long enough to have had their calves weaned and vaccinated and everything ready, and they raise really good cattle. They'll be selling up in the Midwest. They'll go into the index. That'll raise the index price, and we'll have to see some convergence with January feeder cattle soon after that. So that's the only thing I can see out front that's really going to help us. But let's talk about your board to open the week on Monday. December live cattle futures down 202 at 167.07. February down 205 at 167.07. Your back months down 127 to down 192. January feeder cattle down 390 at 210.52. Ouch. March down 365 at 213.57. Back months on feeder cattle contracts down 355 to down 405. December corn just keeps getting a little cheaper, down 4 1/4 cents at 460 1/4 cents a bushel. January beans down 18 3/4 at 1306 1/4. Kansas City hard red winter wheat for December up 11 1/4 cents from 656 1/4. Your weighted average on last week's negotiated fed cattle trade out of your 5-area feeding region, it was 57,900 in the 5-area. That's weak, but it's not as weak as the previous week of 38,700. But it's weaker than the same week a year ago of 65,200. Your live sales in the 5-area last week, steers and heifers, was 171 to 175. That's $3 lower. There was only 380 some head at the 171. there was 24,600 head at the 175. Your weighted average on live steers was 174.45, down 232 compared to the previous week's weighted average. Your dress trade fat steers and heifers ranged from 270 to 275 in the 5 area. That's $5 lower. There was only 38 head at the 270. Why they included that in the spread, I don't know. Your weighted average on dress steers last week was 274.59, down 414 compared to the previous week. As a whole, your market in Northern Plains was $1 to $3 lower, from 174 to 175. Your dress trade was $4 to $6 lower, from 274 to 275. And your Southern Plains was $2 to $4 lower, from 174 to 175. Nationwide, we sold 71,500. That's a lot more than the 51,300 the previous week. Not as many as the 77,500 the same week a year ago. Of the 71,500 this past week, 19% of those, or 13,600, were for the 15 to 30 day delivery. So that's kind of good. We like to keep that under 20%. But like I said, 71,500 negotiated sales, 52,100 negotiated grid, 15,400 forward contracts, and 276,400 head of formula sales. Of the 4 of the 5 areas we get information from, Iowa sold 27,300 last week, Nebraska sold 15,200, Kansas sold 8,900, Texas sold 6,500. Box beef cutout values were lower again, and sizably lower. Choice cuts down 247 on Monday afternoon at 294.99. Selects down 266 at 262.83. Your slaughter to start the week, normal, 125,000 estimated, but it just seems like it starts petering out after we go down through the week. Talk about what else is going on. Night Latch Group, let Andy and Codell Cunningham show you how to use the LGM, the livestock gross margin policies, to protect your risk on both corn and cattle. For more information, go to nightlatch.net. Talk about your feeder cattle market, your real-time index on DVAuction. Late in the day on Monday, based on an 800-pound cash auction steer up through the middle 12 states, it is sitting and up to date and current at 220.54, down 121 to start the week compared to the end of last week there. But man, we just keep losing ground on those index levels. Don't forget, Ozarks Regional Stockyard in West Plains, Missouri, this Friday, December the 8th, is going to have a big replacement special, including in that they're going to have 400 head of big, beautiful, fancy bred heifers from Ronnie Watkins from Dora, Missouri. Talked to Randy Hoover on Monday. He said he knows that the heifers will weigh around 11 and a half. That is a big, fancy, beautiful heifer. He said they're perfect. They got a 60-day calving window starting February the 1st. They're bred to nice low-weight bulls there, low birth weight bulls. So get on to DVAuction.com. Get to Ozarks Regional Stockyard in West Plains, Missouri on Friday, or get an order in there, guys. How about your big sales on Monday? Oklahoma National Stockyards in Oklahoma City at 12,000 head. Good for them. Feeders, $1 to $3 lower in a light test. Not many yearlings around, guys. Lots and lots of calves, $4 to $9 lower. Did include some really top quality calves there, as Oklahoma Angus Association had their special this week there in Oklahoma City. But I thought a stick-out deal from National Commission Firm was 70 steer calves weighed 560 pounds at $292. Now, they don't sell them any higher than that anywhere else, guys. A lot of wheat demand right there around central Oklahoma. How about Joplin Regional Stockyards? 8,500 head for them. Had a lot of yearlings, really good sale, a good comparison. Federal State Market News called the steers $4 to $10 higher this week, and heifers steady to $5 higher. Had a snappy sale there in Joplin, and like I said, good comparisons. And you can look at the weighted average changes there on this automated market report through Cattle Market Central. And it is your NationalBeefWire stick-out sale of the day was Joplin Regional Stockyards. Look at your best tested weights, 959 head of 5-weight steers, average 551 at 240-250. 1,125 head of 6-weight steer calves, average 640 at 223.93. And 562 head of 7 weights, average 742 at 207.92. They were off the market, and I'm not sure why. There must have been some cattle in there that were unweaned or something in those 7s. They were quite a bit off the market, because you look at 1,718 head of 8-weight steers in Joplin. They averaged 861 at 220.62. Your heifers, 798 head of 5-weight heifer calves, average 544 at 208.60. 549 head of 6-weights, average 636 at 204.72. And 725 head of 7-weight heifers, average 738 at 206.92. Good sale there in Joplin. Don't forget, they got the big value-added special this Thursday. Have 7,000 head, long-time wean, preconditioned, vaccinated, and then be sold in bigger bunches than usual, higher quality than usual. Be a really nice sale this Thursday, Joplin Regional Stockyards on DVAuction.com. How about individual quote from Sioux Falls Regional Livestock in Worthing, South Dakota? They sold 55 steers on Monday. They weighed 1035 and bring $2 a pound. But the most impressive quote that I saw anywhere on Monday, your Mackerson No BS top quote for the day, indeed come out of Joplin Regional Stockyards. They can sell them high, guys, when they've got them, especially bring in a long string of yearlings, 682 head of them, weighed 862, bring $227.50. That's $17 over the January futures. And that's your feeder flash for Tuesday.